Welcome to my show, honey. Welcome to Soraya's Kitchen. When you're feeling blue, you don't know what to do. Carrying such a heavy load, honey, feels like you're all alone. You need a new recipe, well, I'm the one to see. Friday rolls along, you wanna hear my song, so welcome to my show. Welcome to Soraya's Kitchen. The hottest stove in the world, it's filled with yummy fixin'. My Popeyes are fine, the food is scrumptious. The drinks are flowing and me, I'm diva gorgeous. So welcome to my show. Welcome to my show. So welcome to my show. Welcome to my show. Welcome to my kitchen. My show is so hot, honey. The fish, the meat.
My name is Soraya Sabadal. Welcome to my cooking show. It's September and I'm back. I was away for the summer. Anyway, I wanted to start the season with many recipes, but this one in particular. Now, what I'm doing today is a Puerto Rican dish called alcapurrias. Traditionally, it's called alcapurrias. What is that? An alcapurria is like a rice ball, for those of you who are Italian, or a rice ball or a potato ball. You know, rice ball with meat inside, you deep fry, potato ball, meat inside, you deep fry. Okay, alcapurrias is pretty much the same thing. Okay, it's sort of like a ball. You can shape it any way you want it when you cook it, but instead of rice or potato, it's green plantain. One of my best friends, honey. Mr. Green Plantain, honey. The bigger the better, darling. So you can use green plantain for alcapurrias, or you can make yuca alcapurrias. Now for this recipe, I'm gonna go high fiber, low fat, and filling foods, a Weight Watchers plan, okay? Because that's what I'm, preparing for Junita Perez in the last year. A lot of Weight Watcher foods or Weight Watcher based recipes. Now I've had this recipe before, okay? But now that, I'm doing Weight Watchers for Junita Perez, I'm finding that a lot of the ingredients are filling foods, and I'll give you the point values for this particular meal along the recipe preparation and at the end when the dish is done. So, what I'm calling this today is not an alcapurria, but a papi purria. Soraya Sorbada's papi purrias. Okay, so we're going to go through the ingredients, okay? Here we go. Hey darlings. Now for papi purrias, Soraya Sorbada's papi purrias, we're going to have fresh cilantro, which is chopped. We're going to have chopped onions. Now, I believe strongly in Shady Brook Farms turkey sausage. I mean, fabulous. Tastes delicious, low fat, low points. Now, one sausage is 3 points. I'm using 2 sausages, equals 7 points. And it's chopped up. And it's the sweet, not the hot. Though I prefer hot sausages. I love hot sausages. For this recipe, I don't want to make it too hot. It's not traditionally a hot flavored dish. So I'm using the sweet sausage. Goya sofrito, Goya Recao, or whatever brand you want to use. I'm not going to, Goya, minced garlic, olives and stuffed olives and pimientos and all that great stuff. That's to garnish and to give a taste, of course, but that's at the end, okay? Some olive oil, some fresh spinach. Love spinach, honey, and I love my Popeye. Where's my Popeye? The olive oil. Oh, speaking of, extra virgin olive oil, just like me, darling. Some adobo, some ground cumin, of course turmeric. I strongly believe in turmeric. Coloring, some oregano, and some cooking spray. And the green plantain that you saw before, grind it down. Now, how did I do that? I'll show you. So what you do is for the plantain to grind it down to a nice puree paste. You take your good friend, Mr. Plantain, and you just, of course, cut the ends, slit, with a slice. Now, this is a labor of love, honey. So what you do is you just take it with your fingernails, you just peel it off, okay? Just like this, all right? Now, sometimes this could be a little tricky, All right, it could take some time, depending on how ripe the plantain is. And I think even my mom used to slit them and then place them in cold water, and then afterwards it would be easier. But you guys just saw. It's really simple to get the skin off of this. This lovely plantain, honey. You take your grater, honey, with the finer side, and you just grate away, honey, like that. Just grate it away, grate it away, grate it away. You do 2 plantains, whatever amount that you want, and then it comes out to a consistency like this, which is like we call it masa. Puerto Ricans call it masa. La masa del plantain. Okay, so it's like that, and that's how you get the plantain. Grind it down. You can use a food processor, but I'm old school, honey, and it's always a labor of love. I mean, sure, food processor, you end up, preparing it quicker, but I like doing it like this. So that's how you get the masa of the plantain started. Okay? Right, here we are. Now we start the recipe. Now you may not be able to see everything because there's some limitations in this recording. I want you to see me though, darling. We're going to use 2 teaspoons of olive oil and a non-stick skillet. So we're placing 2 teaspoons of lovely extra virgin olive oil. Okay, put that to the side. And now, darling, some fresh cilantro, honey. Throwing some fresh cilantro in here. Starting to sizzle, honey. Starting to sizzle already. The 2 turkey sausages that are cut up, sweet, Shady Brook Farms turkey sausage. You hear that, darling, honey? Snap, crackle, and pop, darling. But it's not Rice Krispies. We're using 2 tablespoons of Goya Regal. I'm sorry, 2 teaspoons. And the same on the sofrito, which is such a good base for Puerto Rican cooking, honey. It's just lovely, darling. Lovely like you, lovely like me, lovely like everybody, honey. A little bit. I'm going to lower this because it's getting really hot in there. A little bit of minced garlic. About a teaspoon. Minced garlic. A little bit warm. Puerto Rican, I like a lot of garlic. It's cooking up nicely. About 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons of onions. Some turmeric. You know, I believe in turmeric. It's good natural food coloring. And I heard that it helps with Alzheimer's. A deterrent to Alzheimer's. A little bit of oregano flakes. Lovely, lovely. Smelling delicious. Ground cumin. Just a little bit, just a shake. This is a small dish. And Goya adobo. Go light on it, because the turkey sausage already has some seasonings and some salt. Just take this, you're going to saute. Okay, there are all the ingredients, darling. Cooking up nicely. Now what we're going to do is let this brown. We're going to let it brown. We're going to cover her. And we'll be right back. Okay, darlings, now you can see the dish here. Okay, got some nice chunks of turkey sausage in there. You may want to just, depending on your taste, you may want to just make that a little smaller like I'm doing it right now, doing it old school, honey. In real time, darling. Okay, and you're going to let that cook up. Now, you're going to want to let the meat cook up like 3/4 of the way, like it is right now. I just want to get it, I'm going to put the light up a little bit. I just want to brown it. And then we're going to add the plátano paste, a little bit more cooking spray. Put up the heat, darling. Put up the heat, darling. Woo, child, honey. It's a hot stove. It's a hot kitchen. I'm a hot diva, honey, in the kitchen, honey, cooking for you. Cooking Soradas Soradas, Papi Purias. Okay? Nice. That's nice and brown. It's getting brown. The meat is almost cooked. Okay, darlings. Now, hi, I'm back. Now, now we have onions, garlic, the turkey sausage, recao, olive oil, the cilantro and the turmeric and ground cumin and oregano flakes. Now, once the meat is 3/4 cooked, okay, it's a little brown, what we're going to do is we're going to take the meat and just put the meat mixture with all the spices, the onions, the cilantro and all that, put that to the side on a separate dish. Okay? Stove is still on. Okay. Spray the skillet again with the cooking spray, the non-stick skillet with the fabulous cooking spray. And then we're going to go for the masa of the plantain. Now to handle the masa, it's always easier to have your hands wet. Now we have like 9 ounces of masa here, which is good for 2. This will serve 2 people. So what we do is, my hands are wet, I just wet them with water, darling. And we're just gonna make almost like a pancake. That's how I make my papipujias. Okay? And then I'm pressing down. You may not be able to see this, but it's a pancake and I'm pressing down. Okay, making it round, pressing it down. I'll tape it in a second so you can take a look at what it is. Alright? And that's cool. And I'm going to show you. Alright, darling, so now you see it's a pancake. Just 1 layer of the plantain. Okay? It's kind of hot. I'm going to lower it. Put like medium heat. And we're going to take the filling, which is the meat, the turkey, the turkey sausage, of course, the meat, like I just said. The onions, the cilantro, that great stuff. Oh, Lord, honey. Just going to put some down, put the mixture down. We're going to layer it. And we're going to push down like that. So it widens out. That's good for now. And then, darling, a little bit more cooking spray because I believe in her. She's handy and helpful. And then the other half of the masa. Okay. We're going to flatten it out. You see what I'm doing, right? We're going to put that on top. My hands, I'm spreading it out. And you see there's some meat left. We're going to use that later. Okay. Get it nice and round. I'm going to rinse my hands. I'll be right there. I'm going to take Miss Cooking Spray because we believe in her spray. And she's looking a little pale. So I'm going to put a little turmeric on top for color. Okay? And then we're going to cover her. And we're going to let the masa cook. We're going to let that masa cook, honey, darling. I can't wait for this to be finished because I'm starving. Okay, now, I put this in medium heat, covered. And as you can see, she's firming up. The plantain masa is firming up. She's just crispy, bubbling, also pretty and gorgeous and lovely. So what we're going to do is flip her over like a pancake. Ooh, lovely, honey. That's a good flip, Soraya. You go, girl. Honey, I know how to flip. Honey, I know how to flip, girlfriend. Flip and flop, honey. Like a politician, honey. Cooking spray is our friend. And we're going to put this on medium heat like it is for another 3 to 4 minutes, and we'll be back. Honey, it's smelling delicious. Hi, darlings, we're back. Yes, I know. This is the way the recording has to be. But we're back. Oh, darling, God bless you. You look fabulous, honey. So, I flipped her over, as you know. She browned. Yeah, she's making up nice. So now she's pretty much done. Pretty much done. Okay, as you can see, there's 2 layers of the plantain. The masa, the platano masa, the plantain masa with the turkey filling inside. Spices, onions, cilantro, oregano, olive oil, turmeric, oregano, all those good spices, all those good flavorings, okay? So she's pretty much done. It's like a pancake, okay? Now, we're going to do is take her out of here and we're going to put her on a dish. Now, let me show you how I'm going to do that. Hi, darling. So now we're going to go into the serving part of this dish. Now, the plantain dish, the papi pujrias, so rice over that's papi pujrias, is still on the stove. I turned it off. Fresh, clean, lovely, organic spinach, leaf spinach. Just take a lovely plate, whatever plate of your choosing. We take the spinach, spread the spinach out on the dish really nicely. It's raw spinach, it's not cooked, okay? Now the heat of the dish, of the plantain dish, of the papi, so rice over that's papi pujrias, is going to soften the spinach and make it really, really lovely, okay? So let's go. Let me get it. Okay, so we have, it's a little brown, the onions and all that. I like my food a little brownish, crispy, like my men, honey. A little brown, lovely, hot, and delicious. So it just, I'm telling you, it just comes right out just like a lovely pancake, honey. The browned turkey meat. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. Now, there was some more meat filling that was left over, so we can use that to garnish, but the meat that's here is browner and it looks sexier, so I'm not going to use this, but I can if I wanted to. Now, this could serve 2 people. Now, what I like to do, I like to add the olives, the stuffed olives at the end, just to garnish. Just a little bit. The green with the brown. It's just so lovely. It's just so lovely, so beautiful. Okay? That was about 2 teaspoons, but you know, you may have a fetish for olives. You may want to add more, honey. Darling, Puerto Rico's got to go here, honey. I do anyway. You don't have, ketchup is optional, white rose. And honey, a nice little spreadarama. Get creative. The ketchup, like that. And just drizzle out the spinach. And darling, you know my dishes have to have some soda. Now I was looking for good old Cola Champagne Diet. Now, a dish like this has to have some traditional Puerto Rican soda to go with it, okay? Either a Coco Rico Diet, you've seen the Junito Perez video where he's advocating for diet soda, okay? Or good old Cola Champagne. With this dish, I prefer the good old Cola Champagne, a dark diet beverage. Since I could not find good old Cola Champagne today, we have Junito Perez's favorite soda in the whole entire world, Diet Pepsi, honey, real cold. Okay? So, I'm going to do a close-up of this dish in 1 second. So here we have Soraya Sorbeda's Papi Pujrias, okay? Puerto Rican Papi Pujrias, darling. Okay? Soraya Sorbeda's Papi Pujrias, honey, hot, delicious. Now, I'm going to say that the plantain had 7.5 points. The meat had 7 points. This dish can serve 2 or 1 if you're a real hungry female like me, a hungry diva, hungry queen like me. 15 points total. And there's still meat left over, so that meat is including the 15 points. This is a lovely meal, a meal that I love to make for Junito Perez on a Saturday. And now this brings back memories when he was a kid in Brooklyn. His father used to take him to the Cuche Frito joint with all his brothers and sisters, and they used to chow down, honey. So instead of a fried alcapurria, we have cooking on a non-stick skillet with only 2 teaspoons of olive oil. Soraya Sorbeda's Papi Pujrias. I hope you enjoyed the recipe, and I hope you loved it.